What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Torino Career Mode. This is episode number 96, and we start today's episode off with a game here against Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League round of 16, first leg, as the Germans come and take us on here at the Stadio Olimpico de Torino. Obviously, we are the holders of this competition. We won it last season, and on the way to winning it last season, we knocked out Borussia Dortmund in the knockout stages, so hopeful of a repeat performance again here. Obviously not going to be easy. Dortmund do have a very, very good side indeed, but the first chance would fall to us though in the opening 5 minutes. Danilo whips in a deep cross to the far post, picks out his Brazilian colleague Neymar, but his looping header goes onto the roof of the net and behind for a goal kick. And another good chance here 3 minutes later, but it came to the away side Dortmund as Amini gets on the ball here down the right hand side, and number 41 finds Jackson Martinez. Martinez crosses the ball in towards Bender in the centre, but the number 6's header is off target and behind for a goal kick. So still goalless, but just past half an hour mark here, Danilo finds Masasha from a quick free kick. He gives it back to our number 2, and the right back takes it around his man and shoots from range and also scores an absolutely superb goal and makes it Torino 1, Dortmund 0. One of the better goals I've scored this season. We scored some nice ones. This one definitely up there. Although I will say I really do believe that Roman Weidenfeller should be doing better, which is really funny because last season we took on Dortmund in the 2 games of the Champions League knockout stages. He made 2 mistakes for 2 goals we scored. One was a goal scored by Keita, and I can't remember who scored the other goal, which he should have saved. But anyway, I think he should have saved that one, to be honest. It is a long way out. It is a good strike by Danilo, don't get me wrong, but either way, a goalkeeper of his experience, I think, should be getting something on it because the shot was pretty central. Either way, it's a nice strike. I'm not taking anything away from it. One of the better goals I've scored this season. But either way, Torino 1, Dortmund 0. We take the lead, but I think Weidenfeller will be disappointed he couldn't react on time to that and get anywhere near it. But still 1-0 to Torino. In the 45th minute, a good chance to make it 2-0 here. Çalhanoğlu's on the ball. Lovely show of balance there to keep hold of the ball after the challenges from the Dortmund players. Plays a great through ball towards Neymar, but the shot is off target and behind for a goal kick. And in the 78th minute, we were still leading by a goal to nil. Dortmund started pushing bodies forward. They were exposed at the back, and as Alberto Pawlowski takes it round Mats Hummels here with a quick little ball roll into a reverse step over, he only has Weidenfeller to beat, and he ends up putting the ball past him and makes it Torino 2, Borussia Dortmund 0. So really good finish there with the left foot of Alberto Pawlowski, who came off the bench for Hakan Çalhanoğlu. A really composed finish, and that's what Pawlowski's good at. He's good at beating a man on a one-on-one, and when he does go through on the one-on-one against the goalkeeper, he's usually very composed, and he showed it there. So Torino 2, Dortmund 0. But Dortmund didn't learn their lesson. They kept on pushing bodies forward. It meant Mats Hummels was always the only man back helping the goalkeeper out, and as Pawlowski went one-on-one with Hummels again. This time he holds up the ball, waits for a runner, picks out his teammate Ciro Immobile, and Immobile scores against his former club and makes it Torino 3, Dortmund 0 after ball rolling around Weidenfeller. And I tried to do the Rabona, but then of course I realised he can't do it as he doesn't have the flair trait. But either way, still a nice goal by Immobile. Nice little finish there after rounding the goalkeeper, scoring against his former club and making it 3-0 to Torino. 3-0 could have been 4-0 in stoppage time. Darmian gets on the ball here and takes it round his man and keeps hold of it. Plays it out wide towards Alexander with a nice piece of skill there. He crosses the ball in. Grenier wins the header, but it's a great stop by Weidenfeller, and Dortmund get the ball away. But it was how the game would finish. Torino 3, Dortmund 0. Another win notched up for the boys, and I'm not going to say we have 1 foot in the quarterfinals after that victory, but if we score 1 away goal, Dortmund will need 5 goals at the Signal Iduna Park. And yeah, I think that was a really comprehensive victory. You can see that by the stats. And again, I don't want to say we've got 1 foot in the quarterfinals. I never like to be too arrogant, but it's going to take a bit of a collapse in that second leg. Either way, a great performance. Probably could have made it 4-0 there right at the end. Great save by Weidenfeller. But either way, we got the win. That's the most important thing. And the win streak continues. Still, we take on Lazio for the second game of today's episode here. The second of 3 games back in the Serie A. Looking really strong in the Serie A so far, as you can see by the league table there. Right now, we are currently sitting top of the table by 2 points ahead of Juventus. Obviously, with 14 games to go, it still is anyone's title, but I don't believe Roma now can get back into it. Yes, of course, still not too far behind, but with the way that Juventus and Torino have been playing this season, barely any slip-ups by either side, it really is going to be difficult for Roma, but still should be a frantic finish to the end of the season regardless. But the first chance of this game would fall in the 3rd minute here as Lucas gets on the ball and finds Masaccio. Masaccio finds Verratti, who plays a great first-time ball towards Raheem Sterling, who goes through one-on-one with the goalkeeper Berisha, smashes it past the Albanian and makes it Torino 1, Lazio 0. So Sterling getting the opening goal of the game inside the opening 5 minutes, bigging up his chest there. And Sterling, over the past few games, has been absolutely incredible, you know, like he really has been. And it's been such a surprise because obviously, as I mentioned before, when he came in the summer transfer window, it was a steal for the, for the fee we paid for Sterling, don't get me wrong. But he hasn't done, too many significant things. But over the past few games, racking up assists and racking up goals as well. That's now his 5th goal in the Serie A this season, 4 of which have come in the last 4 games, I do believe. And it's Torino 1, Lazio 0. So we take the lead early on in this game. And in the 44th minute, a good chance for Lazio to equalise. This shot from just outside the area by Lulic was well saved by Bernie and turned behind for a corner. So still 1-0. And 5 minutes after the restart here, a good chance to make it 2-0. Musacchio wins there and finds Gabbiadini, plays it through towards Neymar. And the Danilo goal was good and everything, but this goal is without doubt one of the best I've scored in this year's FIFA. But I'll be the first to tell you, it was completely unintentional. Neymar gets on the ball and fake Rabon as he stops the ball. Sombrero flicks it over the head of Alvarez, Balanta, and Gabbiadini, who ran round the back of the Lazio defender, bicycle kicks it from not a very high position into the back of the net with the weaker right foot past the oncoming Berisha. But yeah, totally unintentional. What I was trying to do with Neymar there was Sombrero flicking and volleying himself. Instead, it went over Balanta and fell to Gabbiadini, who said, "I'll take that," and puts it into the back of the net. So, we talk about Sterling coming alive over the past few weeks. Gabbiadini hasn't looked too bad either for a player that was transfer listed and wanted to leave the club. But either way, Torino 2, Lazio 0. Gabbiadini gets the goal, and we are now 2 goals up in this game. But I have to say, what I will say is I'm not going to take it away from Gabbiadini to finish and everything, but why Balanta jockeyed Neymar there, I do not know. He should know that if you give Neymar some space and time, he'll create something, and that's exactly what he did. He got an unintentional assist, and it's Torino 2, Lazio 0. So, it's poor defending by Balanta, yes, but either way, can't take it away from Gabbiadini. A really nice finish. Yes, of course, unintentional, but either way, Torino 2, Lazio 0. Just past the hour mark, Lucas almost made it 3-0, but the Albanian keeper made a really good save at his near post and turned it behind for a corner. And in the 81st minute, a good chance here for Lazio to grab themselves a route back into the game. The corner comes in, Bernie comes for it, doesn't get anywhere near it, and Balanta's header goes over the bar and behind for a goal kick. And it was how the game will finish as well. Torino 2, Lazio 0. We get another 3 points here in the Serie A, staying top of the table, looking so strong right now, doing everything we can to avoid slipping up and allowing Juventus back into leading the table. As you can see, I gave the man of the match to Musacchio, but a really weird thing about this was that he got credit with an assist, but he didn't get an assist. We won the game by 2-0. The first assist was by Verratti to play through Sterling, and the second assist was Neymar Sombrero flick, which didn't get credit to him, obviously. But either way, I don't know why Musacchio got given an assist there. Like, where was the assist? I couldn't see it. But anyway, won the game by 2-0. We still, we won. That's the most important thing. But I thought that was kind of weird how he got credit with an assist when actually he didn't get one. Still, we take on Cagliari for the third and final game of today's episode here. Cagliari currently sitting 5th place. They're no threat to us in terms of them, mounting a title challenge. We know that, but either way, still having a really impressive season. And we're coming away from home here. We know it won't be an easy task. They did beat us the season before last here, so obviously not an easy place to come for us because we usually win away from home a lot of the time, but sometimes we do struggle. Cagliari aren't a bad side whatsoever, some good players. But the first chance would fall to us in the 19th minute. Sterling causing some problem down the left-hand side, but the shot was off target and behind for a goal kick. But in the 23rd minute, a good chance for Cagliari to get themselves forward. The Desena finds David Villa, but Bernie makes a really good save and turns it behind for a corner. So still goalless there as our skipper makes a really good save. But in the 34th minute, another good chance for Cagliari as Mitroglou gets played the ball down the right-hand side. The Greek striker plays it inside and the shot is taken. Bernie makes the save, then makes another great save after getting to his feet quickly to deny David Villa. But sadly, David Villa turns in the rebound and makes it Cagliari 1, Torino 0. So brilliant double save by Bernie there. First denied the first shot and then the second shot from the experienced Spanish forward. But unfortunately, Villa does turn in the rebound, smacks it past Bernie, who needed some help from his defenders, didn't get it, and sadly that's his 4th goal of the season, and Cagliari take the lead. So 1-0 to the home side, but on the stroke of half-time, a good chance for us to equalise. Sterling gets played the ball down the left-hand side here, inside his own half, goes on a run. Look at the pace of Raheem Sterling, absolutely superb down the left-hand side. We knew he was rapid when we signed him, didn't realise how quick he was, but he plays it to Shalinolu on the edge of the area, fake shots around his man with a first-time skill move, and then rifles the ball in with the weaker left effort into the top corner. Great finish by Çalhanoğlu, superb take, but had to go and celebrate with Sterling. What an assist that was. He really has came alive over the past few games. Brilliant assist down the left-hand side after a fantastic show of pace and a brilliant run after picking the ball up inside his own half. Great feed to Çalhanoğlu too, who rifles the ball in, says thank you very much, Raheem. That's my 6th goal of the season. Cagliari 1, Torino 1. In the 58th minute, as Cagliari get the ball away, Çalhanoğlu rolls the ball through towards Neymar, who Berber spins around Kaya, the covering defender, finesses the ball into the corner and turns the game on its head. 13 minutes after the restart, and our Brazilian forward makes it Cagliari 1, Torino 2. Poor defending from the home side, giving the ball away. Çalhanoğlu plays it inside to Neymar. Really nice finish after a quick Berber spin, and it's 2-1 to the away side. So in front for the first time in the game. In the 67th minute, it could have been 3-1 to us. We could have had our 2-goal cushion. Çalhanoğlu's corner finds Brooks, but it's a good save by Colombi, turning the header behind for a corner. It was still 2-1. But after we got our second goal, Cagliari didn't really press too much, to be honest, looking for the equalising goal. And as Çalhanoğlu gets on the ball here, it's a great chance to make it 3-1. He finds Masaccio into Verratti. Verratti finds Sterling. His shot hits the post, but it falls to Masaccio, and Masaccio turns it in to make it Cagliari 1, Torino 3, and seal all 3 points in stoppage time. So Sterling hits the post, but it drops to our holding midfielder, and he just puts the ball into the open goal. And, you know, they gave him an assist in the last game. I don't know why, but they're not going to take the goal away from here. His first of the season, 3-1 to Torino, and that was how the game will finish as well. So another impressive victory for us. The win streak has now been extended to 17 games, I do believe. What a run we're on right now. Our best streak so far in the entire series. A really solid victory against a very decent side away from home. We had to come from behind to get it, but we did deserve it in the end. A good solid victory for us and a really good display. That does end the episode, guys. So as always, a big thank you for watching the video. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you enjoyed today's episode of Torino Career Mode, then please do leave a like, and I will see you for the next episode of Torino Career Mode very soon.